Hi, welcome back to Rambling Rose Cottage. My name is Rose. I am the owner and chief soap maker for Rambling Rose Soaps. And today we're not going to make a soap. We're doing something a little bit different today, but I think what is very, very important. As soap makers, we do stress the importance of safety, but I don't think people really stress it enough. And those of you who are looking to get into soap making, I don't think you understand the repercussions of not following safety practices. You will be making soap, you'll be working with some caustic and potentially dangerous chemicals. You cannot make soap without using lye, which is also called sodium hydroxide. And there are precautions that you can take to make yourself safe. It is not something to fear, but it is something to have respect for the sodium hydroxide or the potassium hydroxide if you're going to make liquid soap. And these practices should be followed all the time. I'm here today to stress how very important it is to use your safety gear every time you make soap, and you wear it from beginning to end all the way to completion to clean up. Yesterday I was making liquid soap, which contains potassium hydroxide. Thankfully, I was not injured by the potassium hydroxide, but my hand, these 3 fingers were burned pretty bad, and I had to go to the emergency room via an ambulance ride. And it was because, I'm not going to go into the details of what happened. I'll just go briefly into what happened. The soap was, you hot process liquid soap, and it was in the crock pot and was completely done. All I had to do was do the final step, which is combine hot water with glycerin and add it to the soap to dilute it, the paste. That is my recipe. Anyway, I made a mistake, a rookie mistake, and I was not wearing my PPE, and the soap, or the hot water with the glycerin reacted and exploded out into the room and caught my hand, also caught my pants, and burned a small patch on my leg, but the most of the damage was done to my hand. This was very costly. Going to the emergency room via ambulance, because I do live alone. I don't have anybody who could drive me, and I couldn't drive myself. It's not cheap. And thankfully I have insurance. I will have to stay. I have a full-time job working for a company that sells PPE and other things to first responders, and I'm not going to be able to do that job for a week. I have to take a week off, so I'm going to lose some wages there. Anyway, I would like to visually show you the importance of using proper safety gear in making soap. And I'm going to go down the list. So here we go. The first thing you want to do is you want to be dressed properly. And that includes closed-toe shoes. These are my dirty old garden shoes, but they were handy. Do not wear open-toed shoes, no sandals, anything like that. Always wear closed-toed shoes in case there is a spill. The next thing you want to wear is you want to wear long pants, be they blue jeans or any other kind of pants, but you need them to be long pair of pants, no shorts. Today I'm wearing capris, and you shouldn't wear those. Those would be something that you would not wear making soap. And you should have an apron, and that's why I always wear an apron. That way, if there's spills on here, it's not going to get onto your clothes. Not everybody wears an apron, but it is another layer to protect you. Always wear long sleeves, never short sleeves. You will see videos of me in my short sleeves because I live in Texas and it's very, very hot. And no, I should not do that. I should be wearing long sleeves. Don't wear short sleeves because the soap batter or the lye water, the lye solution can splash up and get into on your skin and burn you. And the next thing you should wear at all times, even if you wear glasses, you should have some kind of eye protection. I prefer to wear full size, full on goggles. It protects the entire eye area. And so this helps to protect your eyes from any splash up. These should be worn the entire time that you are making soap, from the beginning of when you prepare your lye water all the way to clean up. Now, when you're putting your oils in your bowl, you don't necessarily need to wear these. But when you're making your lye water, and then when you begin to make your soap by adding your lye water to your batter, then you must wear protective eye gear. One little splash up can make you go blind. So it's important. You only get one set of eyes. Please wear protective eyewear. The next thing that a lot of people wear is, especially if you're selling soap, I recommend this highly, is to wear either hair nets or I wear surgical hats like this. I'm sure you've seen some of my videos with that on, and that is why. It's to keep the hair all contained so that it doesn't get into the product. If you're making soap for home, you do not have to wear one of these. This is for when you're selling soap, and it's just another safety practice and hygiene practice. The next thing that a lot of people don't wear, but I do recommend highly, is a mask. And every time that you make especially when you're making your lye solution, because you add the lye solution to water, it will create some fumes. And I also recommend making the lye solution outside. Some people don't, they just open a window. But you need to be in a well-ventilated area, and just get yourself a mask. One of these masks do just fine. And then that way it keeps the fumes from you inhaling the fumes. It's very important not to inhale the fumes that come off when you're making your lye water. The next thing you need to wear is gloves. I keep a box of disposable latex-free gloves, and I put on a pair every single time I start to make soap. Sometimes I change pairs. If you get a hole, then you put a new one in. You can buy them by the box of 100. They can get them at Home Depot, Walmart, or online on Amazon, or any of the medical supplies companies will have these gloves. Absolutely wear your gloves. It prevents your hands from getting burnt by the lye solution. The next thing that I keep on hand when I make soap is I have several towels. I usually wet one of my hand towels, my dish towels, and have it off to the side to mop up any spills. Or if you don't want to do that, you can always use paper towels, but I think it's a waste to use a lot of paper towels. So I always take some old towels, wet one, and then I can mop up the spills, and then I have a dry one if I need to use it for that. So I always have these handy. Okay, one other thing I want to mention, that it's an old wives' tale, and a lot of the homesteaders who make soap recommend this, and they have found that this is a myth, and it is not really true. A lot of people recommend using white vinegar to rub on burns on your skin. That is not true. That will actually activate the burn because it is acidic, and it's going to make the burn worse. You can use this to neutralize the lye on surfaces. If you spill some lye on the floor or something like that, you can use this to neutralize it. But it is not recommended if you do have a burn on your skin from your lye or your soap batter. We recommend that you use running water, cool water, to flush out the soap batter from the burn. Protect your eyes, protect your skin, and you won't have this problem. This is very, very important in making soap. With making soap, you're going to be using what they call sodium hydroxide, which is lye. And you cannot make soap without this. You must use sodium hydroxide to make bar soap. To make liquid soap, you use potassium hydroxide, which is a totally different but similar item. You add it to the water and it creates a lye water. You mix that in with your oils and there's a chemical reaction that makes soap. Once your soap is cured, there is no lye in your soap, so do not be worried about that. The lye is now the molecular changes from the oils mixed into the lye water that are blended together and come to trace and then set up. They are now a totally different product, which is soap. And the lye is no longer there after 72 hours, I think it is. Up to 72 hours, there is lye there. But after 72 hours, I believe that's the date. Don't quote me, but I think that is the time period. There is no more lye left in the soap. Soap needs to cure for 4 more weeks, 4 to 6 weeks, in order for the water to evaporate and for the hardness of the soap so that your soap is long lasting. But you can use your soap after up to a week after you have made it. Okay, I believe that is everything. I just wanted to get on here real quick to let you know how very important it is to use protective gear. Always use especially eye gear and gloves and long sleeves. Those are very, very important when you are making soap. Please don't skip that or you'll end up with something like this. You don't want this. This hurts like heck. I'd say another thing if I wasn't on camera, and it was very expensive to and I've been making soap for 8 years and this was a rookie mistake. However, mistakes happen, and even to the most professional soap maker, we do make mistakes. We are human beings. Anyway, thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Have a great day.